Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to learn variables in Python. Yes. Variable, it is the name given to a memory location in a program. Let me make it more simpler for you. Variable is a container which is used to store value. Yes, we are going to relate variable with a container because it is actually relatable. Let's come to your kitchen first. In your kitchen, you need a big container for keeping rice. You need a medium container for keeping sugar. You need a relatable medium container for containing turmeric. So what happens in your kitchen for containing or storing different kind of material, you need different type of containers. Different type of containers, I mean to say their size. For rice, you need a larger one. For salt, you need a smaller one. Similar to that, we are having variables. Variables is only storing the data. It is not doing anything else. It is only storing the data. But there are some different type of variables, and it is because there are different type of data. So for different type of data, there are different type of variables, and like you're in a kitchen, you have different sizes of containers for different kind of materials. So let's come to some example for which after which it will be more clear for you. A is a variable which is having a value 71. Here I have assigned a value 71 to A by A is equals to 71. By this I mean to say I have a variable named as A which is storing a value 71. So here my value 71 is my data, and this data is of integer type, I can say. Then again the next example, C, I have a variable named as C which is storing a value 10.91. Here this 10.91 is a real value or decimal value. So I can say my variable C is storing a data of decimal value type or real value type. Then in my third example, I have a variable named as name, and it is storing a string, Sandy. From string, you can think for some time, string is a collection of alphabets. I will explain you in the future videos, but till now, just think of it like your string is a collection of alphabets. So I was here. My variable has my variable name. It is storing a string Sandy. So again, my variable name is storing a data of data type string. Then here B. B is my variable name which is storing true. So true is a boolean type data. I will be going to explain you them with examples. But before that, let's learn the rules of naming a variable. There are some rules which are strictly to be followed for naming your variable, otherwise your code will throw an error if you use wrong variable names. So here I'm going to explain you these 5 rules, and after this I'll be going to show you some examples that how you do mistakes in your variable names. So first rule is a variable name can contain alphabets, digits and underscore. You need to keep in your mind that your alphabet name can contain alphabets, digits and underscores only. Second rule is a variable name can only start with an alphabet and underscore. These two rules are very related to each other. First says that your variable name can contain these three things, alphabets, digits and underscore. But the second rule is saying your variable name should start with alphabet and underscore. By first rule, it concludes that your variable name do not contain any special character. And by second rule, it says that the first letter of your variable name cannot be a number or cannot be a special character. Then your third rule says a variable name cannot start with a digit. So it is super clear by your second rule. Fourth example is no white space is allowed to be used inside a variable name. That means no blanks is required, no blanks is allowed inside a variable name. Fifth is variable names are case sensitive. So this you need to keep in your mind. Here I am going to explain you the first rule with examples. A variable name can contain alphabets, digits and underscores. So just see there are 5 examples. In my name variable, I used all the alphabets, so it is correct. But here see, I used hash name. So you know that according to my first rule, my variable can contain alphabet. can contain digit and can also contain underscore, but it cannot contain a special character. So that's why it is incorrect. See my second example. Here I used var9, where 9 is my variable name. So it is having alphabets, digits, it is acceptable. You see here what I have done in my incorrect one? Ampersand var9. So by this, what is wrong inside it? Again, special character is not allowed. Then my third example, var underscore v. So here my variable name includes my alphabets and underscore, so it is allowed. But here I used var asterisk v. So here this asterisk is a special symbol which is not allowed. That's why it is incorrect. In my fourth example, I used back. So all the three are my alphabets. It is acceptable. Then again in my fourth example here in the incorrect ones, let's see, I used F, G, H, T and then this arrow. So it is a special character, that's why it is incorrect. In the fifth example, I used 1 underscore 8. Here my alphabet, underscore and digit, all three are there according to the rules. So it is also correct. But see, here I used 5, 7 ampersand num. So my ampersand is a special character, that's why it is incorrect, because a variable name cannot include a special character. And the most important thing is, it is always suggested to put variable names according to your program for easy understanding. By this I mean to say that actually variable names you can put it according to yourself. It is your freedom. You can put any random names, any random alphabets. It is just like your variable should work according to the rule. Variable name should be according to the rule, but you can put any random variable name. But it is always suggested, to put your variable names according to your program. For example, you are adding two numbers. So in that you can use your variable name as sum. For first variable, you can use your num1, number2. So these are your variable names which are suggested that if you are using your program, so you can make it more readable. Your program will be more meaningful, as meaningful variable will enhance readability. For the viewer to see it, for the user, it will be easier to understand your code if your variables name are meaningful. Now, my second rule is saying a variable name can only start with an alphabet and underscore. So as you know, a variable name can contain alphabet, underscore and digits. But there's another rule that your variable name can only start with an alphabet and underscore. That means although digits are allowed, but digits cannot be at the starting of your variable. Like, let's compare the first example. Net is a correct variable name because it is according to the rules. Here I used alphabets and my first character of my variable is an alphabet. So it is correct. See, here in the incorrect ones, I used 6 name. So here I although know that my variable name can contain my alphabets and digits, but my digit cannot be at the start. At the start of my variable, the first letter of my variable can only be an alphabet and an underscore. It cannot be a digit. That's why it is incorrect. See my second example. Here I used v9. So it is correct. My variable name is containing an alphabet and a digit, and also my variable is starting from an alphabet. So the first letter of my variable is the alphabet, so it is according to the rules and correct. Here in the incorrect one, see I used asterisk var9. Since my asterisk is in the start, so it doesn't matter. I know that these asterisk is a special symbol and my special symbol is not allowed anywhere in my variable name. So that's why it is incorrect. In my third example, I use var underscore 8. It includes alphabets, underscore and a digit, and the first letter of my variable is an alphabet. So it is super correct. Then here I use 3 var. So at the start, the first letter of my variable is 3, which is a digit. So that's why it is incorrect. In my fourth example, I use and. It is also correct according to the rules. Then here in the incorrect ones, I used these curly brackets, which is coming inside my special symbols, which is not allowed. So that's why it is incorrect. The fifth example, I use pen5. My variable name is containing alphabet and digit, and the first letter of my alphabet is and the first letter of my variable name is alphabet, so it is correct. Now here I used 1, 6 and this dollar. So first of all, my first letter of my variable should be an alphabet or underscore only. So from where this digit came? So that's why it is throwing error, it is incorrect. And also this dollar is a special symbol which is not allowed. So this is incorrect. Now in the sixth example, I use underscore 6. My this variable name is containing underscore and alphabets, and the first letter of my variable name is underscore, which is acceptable. Now here in the incorrect ones, I used at the rate of 1 underscore 9. So since my at the rate is a special symbol, so this is my incorrect variable. Now in my third rule, I am saying a variable name cannot start with a digit, which is acceptable. It is actually understood from my second rule only, but still we will see some examples. Because we know my variable name can only start with an alphabet and an underscore, so it cannot start with a digit. For example, here again I used my variable as a net, so it is according to the rules, and in the incorrect one I used 6 name. 6 is a digit which is at the start, so it is incorrect. Similarly, it is very easy, so I will leave it on to you. Take your time, you can take screenshot and understand why this is correct one and why this is incorrect one. Let's jump on to our fourth rule. So my fourth rule is saying no white space is allowed to be used inside a variable name. From white space, I mean to say blanks only. So you can see here in the correct ones, I used diva. So diva, it is a correct variable name because my variable name is containing alphabets and there is no white spaces inside them, and actually it is also not containing any special character, and the first letter of my variable is an alphabet. So it is following all the possible rules. It is actually following all the rules, so it is correct variable name. Here see, I used NA space ME. So this white space, this blank is not allowed in my variable name. So that's why this is incorrect. And my second example, I used V9. It is correct because there is no white space. It is composed of alphabet and digits. And my first letter of my variable is an alphabet. That's why it is correct. Here in the incorrect ones, I used VAR, white space, then 9. This which is not required, which is not allowed actually. That's why it is incorrect. In my third example, I use VAR underscore 8. Here my variable name consists of alphabets, underscore and digit, and the first letter of my variable is an alphabet and it does not contain any special character or any white spaces. That's why this is correct. Then in my incorrect one, see what I have done, pen underscore space V. So again this white space, it is showing that this is incorrect variable. Now my fourth example is finished, and this is my fifth and the last example that variables names are case sensitive. So this is the easiest one. Your name and name, they are actually two different variables, because here the name, it is in uppercase, and all the name here it is in lowercase. In the second example, the first letter of my num is in uppercase, and here all my letters of num is in lowercase. Still there are two different variables. Here my VSR and this VSR, they are also two different variables. So you need to be careful when you are keeping your variable names. They cannot be of same type. Actually, these two are of different variables. These two can be counted as different variables. So never keep your variable names same, because they are case sensitive. It will create difference. Now, this is a do it for yourself slide. In this, actually I have provided you with 12 examples of variable names. It's your task to find which are the correct ones and which are the incorrect ones. You can comment below your answers, and if you like, then please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.